Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It is part 2 of Tuesday. Part 2 today is going to be a speed duel spotlight. And what we need the spotlight is technically an extension of Waking the Dragon. So just real quick, I do want to talk about this trap. It does have its own spotlight. It's as relevant now as it was the day I did that. How this card works is if this set card in its owner's control is left the field, because if an opponent's card effect is now in either the graveyard or banished, you can special summon a monster from the deck or the extra deck. Now, in Speed Duel right now, we have like 2 super options that are going around that are going to do this. One of them is on the limitations list and is limited to like the 3 ofs, and that would be the Cosmic Cyclone you see in front of you. And the other one is not limited yet and is Night Beam. Now, technically, these are both kind of interchangeable, and a lot of good players will, instead of trying to focus on it too much, will run one of each. It just leaves you more options because, again, the Cosmic Cyclone could go for the face-up stuff, and the Night Beam goes for face-down. Whatever the Night Beam goes for cannot be chained in response, and whatever the Cosmic Cyclone targets gets banished. But since it's a quick play, we could do it after our opponent sets it and ends their turn. This way, during their end phase, we go ahead and zap it, and they still can't respond. So, I mean, this is really like a, 6 of 1, half of a dozen situation here. And so it doesn't really matter. But these are the biggest threats to Waking the Dragon. Now, even if Jinzo was on the field, let's grab my copy of Jinzo. He's just chilling over here as well. And boom. If our boy Jinzo was on the field, Jinzo's effect states... trap cards and their effects on the field. Stop. Right there. Read it one more time. Trap cards and their effects on the field cannot be activated. Negate all trap effects on the field. You notice that on the field part? That means the graveyard and or banish pile doesn't matter. Waking the Dragon can and will resolve while Jinzo's face up because of the way that the interaction plays out. So even if my opponent has the Jinzo and they Cosmic Cyclone or they Night Beam, they hit my Waking the Dragons, they're still going to get jumped. Okay, we're still jumping in our character. So, what is the character we wanted to talk about? Well, Celestial found one more that you guys can use and use pretty efficiently. And that would be the Destiny End Dragoon. So today's video is about Destiny End Dragoon and why this should be replacing some of your guys' picks in the side deck or the extra deck when you are using Waking the Dragon. Now, what she did was she read this really carefully. It says a fusion summon of this may only be done with the above materials. Stop. If we go ahead and we pull the rest of her extra deck, we get a couple cards that say some stuff like this one just says the effect, recipe and effect. Good. Same here, just recipe, no effect. Good. This says here, a fusion summon may only be done with the above materials, meaning no substitutes, just Cyber Dragons or cards that changed their name. So, a while back, I do believe I was using Goddess with a Cyber Dragon build. That move, unfortunately, did not work out because I misread. So, because of that, only the correct names can be used. But we do know that Cyber and Dragon is Waking the Dragon's target. Cyber Blader, same thing. Fusion summon of this may only be done with the correct fusion materials, but it doesn't say anything about the special summon. And then the last one she was using was her Flare Wingman. And you'll see that this one says must be fusion summoned. Now, real quick, let's go back to Waking the Dragons. Okay? It does not say that it would be treated as a fusion summon. So that means it is just a special summon. So we can, in fact, play the Dragoon without needing Destiny Hero Plasma or Dogma. Now, the effect that makes this guy stand out, besides his overwhelming stats of 3,000 by 3,000, is that once per turn, you can target a monster that the opponent controls, destroy the target, and if it was face up, inflict damage to the opponent equal to the attack it had on its field. You lose your battle phase for the turn, which is fine. And normally you can come back by banishing other Destiny heroes, which is irrelevant today. But what I'm saying to you, my friends, she found you guys another champion. This was the GX1 box. So You guys are able to play this. If you've only been buying the boxes, you guys have this. So whereas I usually play my Rhea Senshi and my Thousand Eyes Restrict, this allows another option to join my Good Stuff Extra deck. And in fact, I'm going to start putting Dragoon in periodically over Senshi, just because in some instances it makes a better pick and does have more power by 1,000. So do consider playing this, guys. But that's about it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little spotlight. I'm not going to bother talking about the price because, again, it's a common. It was in the set. If you bought the set, you got it. If you bought 3 of it, you have a play set, you're good. But again, the common is never going to be more than maybe $1 at most. I want you guys to go in and play this. I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your day. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. If you haven't checked it out, we already did a Tier 1 version of the Forged Steel earlier today. If you're into the Tier 1 casual format for Speed Duel, go ahead and check it out. But for now, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.